everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to The Good View, except that's still up for debate. We don't actually know what the name of the show is going to be, but we're all here and we're excited to be here. Last week, we missed you because we were on our way back from Nashville.
Yeah.
We had an awesome seminar. Everything went really smoothly. Okay, so 2 weeks ago we talked about everyone's going to be gone from home. How's everything going to go? So how was everything? Let's chat. Did everything go okay? Go smoothly while you guys were all gone?
It was so 2 weeks ago. I can't remember.
Yeah. It was a while ago.
Everybody at my house is still alive, so probably good.
So that's good.
Probably good.
Right.
That classifies as smooth, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we all kind of have just the typical traveling, stuffy nose, right?
Airplane poisoning.
There's just, airplane, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like all of us kind of have just a little bit of
being in
jet lag, even though we were only...
Jet lag, okay.
Jet lag. Being
I
in a
was
different...
so exhausted.
But I think being in that atrium, which is super cool, but that's all artificial air inside of that whole hotel. So add on the toxic cleaners, the bleach
mold.
on all the sheets,
The
the
mold.
mold
Yeah.
probably.
Did you see that there was they had all the blowers? There must have been a leak or something, so that
Saw
was
that walking over.
There was one time I walked into a bathroom and it
Beautiful
was just
hotel,
air
but
freshener.
you can't get away.
Oh yeah.
Don't breathe. It was so bad.
air
'cause
freshener
the
was
air
intense.
fresheners were like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to breathe this all in.
I think for me, it's when you leave that environment. I don't have Febreze in my house. I don't have air fresheners or anything.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like walking down the laundry aisle at the grocery
Oh.
store, which they put all the natural stuff with the regular stuff, at least in our grocery store.
Yeah.
So you have to walk past it, and it's this overwhelming, instant headache, and my eyes start to run.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, I used to just douse my house and my kids and myself and all that
all
stuff.
the time. Yeah. Well, okay. I'm glad everybody survived. All your kids survived. There was one of my coworkers. One of the other employees here had a husband that didn't quite do everything as planned, so it was a little rough. But I think that just happens, right? Going through and it's a process to get through to everybody and make sure that everything goes well when you're gone.
Right?
Yeah.
Grace.
Grace.
Elvisia.
Even with traveling and eating and all that stuff. And then the other thing I was going to touch on was Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the other moms that are watching. We're all moms, and if you're a soon-to-be mom or hoping to be a mom or have been a mom, happy Mother's Day, even though it's a day late. Right? Yeah. So one of the things that happened on Mother's Day that I don't know if anybody else notices. I'm on social media all the time. Christy, I know you're on there a lot too. Everybody posts pictures of the moms, or the husbands post pictures of the moms, right? You had a couple pictures posted of you.
I did.
How did you feel about that?
I was okay with it.
Did he get the pictures approved before he posted them?
No, he just posted them.
Yeah. And you didn't post anything? Your hubby didn't post anything
My
because
hubby
he's
doesn't
not
have
on
a
Facebook.
Facebook. We just upgraded from a flip phone to an iPhone, so it's just
Literally months ago. It hasn't
Really?
been that long.
I didn't realize that. He
still has
didn't
a
have the
flip
flip
phone.
phone anymore. Okay. Wow.
Which Jackson put
posting
in the toilet on Mother's Day.
That's awesome.
Nice. Happy Mother's Day to you. But I mean,
Still
one of the things is the topic of the show today is unrealistic we just said hashtag Insta-worthy
Insta-worthy.
pictures, because there's this expectation that your pictures are always going to be perfect and that you're going to love the way you look in them, which is what I really want to touch on today. Because Mark, and you can get ready to put some of these pictures up. When we were in Nashville, we had a photo shoot, and it was
told us these
so
weren't
much
coming.
fun. I did not.
You're not going to be allowed to have these photos anymore.
Well,
You're using them for evil.
I just
Can we
yeah,
live
use
fire
them for
Nancy?
evil.
She's not gotten fired in at
No.
least a couple of
You
weeks.
Right?
can't get fired.
Right?
Not today.
No.
Maybe
Not in
after this
person.
weekend.
In
We have a
text.
big event this weekend.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you're
we
probably
can't fire
gonna wanna-
Nancy.
Probably going to want to hang on to me at least for a week. But I do want to go through some of these pictures because it was really fun. Jorvi is awesome at taking pictures, and we did a little mini photo shoot for this show. So Mark, if you want to put that first one up, you can see one of our fun pictures that we did, and basically what I want to touch on is all of our opinions of ourselves, because the only thing we thought about when we saw these pictures, and we had a text thread going, was what we think of what we look like. So none of us looked at, I didn't look at Kim and say, oh my gosh, her hair is crazy or whatever. The only thing we paid attention to was what we looked like. So in this picture, and I'm just going to be completely whatever, I'm so white. I'm so white. That's the only thing that I noticed in that picture. And I think
did not
everybody else
notice
looks
that.
great.
Yeah, I did notice that.
that.
So my first reaction
No.
is like, oh my gosh, I'm so white. I'm like, everybody else looks so good. What's the next picture? The next one is one that I think we were all really happy with. Were we all happy with this picture?
No, I don't love it.
Renee doesn't love this one.
I'm like, I look like I'm wearing a maternity shirt. I like have my big poofy,
The blouse.
Yeah,
Well,
bra
we called the
on, and
last
then,
one
like,
my pregnancy announcement.
Oh wait, go back to the
Yeah.
last one, Mark.
Yep, there
Yeah.
we are.
It's just the
Boy or
angle.
girl?
See, and the only thing Bree is thinking about is how she looks. She is not. You are not pregnant.
Yeah.
No, I just had
No.
a baby. I'm not pregnant.
But that's of course your first thought. And then we decided, and that second one we were happy with, and we kind of went back and forth via text about, do we like what we look like? Do we not? And I guess my point is that we all just look at ourselves. We don't look at everybody else. And in this next one, we decided just to have some fun. So we
Oh yeah, perfect.
pushed around some baggage.
I think she just called us baggage.
I'm pretty
I
sure
mean,
that's what just happened.
Subtly.
I don't think that was subtle.
It wasn't. I
No,
thought
it's
it
pretty
was
much
subtle.
right out there.
I thought it was kind of a joke because.
I know.
No? Okay. Well, do you like everything in this picture?
This is one of my favorites.
I
Oh,
think
I
it's
love it.
super
But
cute.
I like real photos.
Right.
So
Yeah, where it's just
it
more
was-
candid.
It's
Yeah.
definitely real.
hmm And then in this last
We were
picture,
spinning.
this one is super funny. Okay, let's
Oh
like,
my
God.
So, in this picture,
You are fired.
in this picture, none of us knew what was going on. So I have a not so great face. Kim, you look great. You're
Oh,
sitting there
I'm like, you're
smiling.
killing it. Yeah.
Renee is like,
Yes.
I'm like,
this is
I don't-
cool. What are we doing?
I don't know what we're
Bree's
doing.
though.
Bree's fixing her hair. And Christy, I'm not sure what you're doing with the arms pointing down.
That's what she was doing.
Was that
remember?
what? Wait, what were you doing? You
She's
can
flying.
take the picture off. I'm sure
Fly.
everyone's fine with it not being up there anymore.
Oh, I
What were
think-
you doing in that one?
I don't know.
What was she was flying?
No, I wasn't
No,
flying. No, we were
weren't you?
talking. But
Yeah.
we were, like,
You
it
were
was
doing
You're
it.
doing it now too.
Like, we were, I don't know. I
Is
don't
that just
we,
a move you make?
No, we were just talking about, and you were, or somebody was
I don't
telling
even know what we were doing.
us to have that look on our face or whatever, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
Well, that's the picture that we ended up with. Was the picture. So, what did you think? Do you love all those pictures? You can't fire me. Not for a little while, at least.
I'm like 4 days.
Yeah. She's counting. She's.
Clearly, you're like
Keeping
so
track.
prepared.
Can you be here for Saturday
But
morning quick tip?
no.
Okay, 5 days.
My point in posting those or in sharing those pictures is because I mean obviously we're real, like we're all moms and we all look at our own pictures thinking, oh I look hideous. Like I feel like we all think that. I mean and there's a time and we'll get to this a little bit later, Christy, too, with your story about your complexion and things like that. But there's a time where so I look at those pictures and maybe this is selfish or something. I'm happy with how I look because of how far I've come. So looking at that picture now, I'm like, it's not bad. I mean, I'm really white, but I'm okay with, you know what I mean, like how I felt and how I looked. But in pictures in the past, I would not feel that way. You know what I mean? So looking at that and thinking those thoughts and what you're thinking, how stressful that is on your body. You know, and what do you have to
Completely.
say about stress? I mean,
oh,
even just all of those thoughts.
yeah. I mean, I guess when you first were talking about that we were, you know, and we were looking at the pictures and everybody was saying it, I'm just like, having 4 girls, I mean, you guys each have a girl, right? At least.
Yeah.
The thing that was just in my brain was we have to be so careful how we talk to ourselves about ourselves in front of our little girls because they're watching and they're listening to everything. And so, like, I have to catch myself sometimes, like, I'm like, because we're all critical of ourselves. We all are. I don't think there's any person who isn't critical of themselves as a woman. But what are we, we have to be so careful.
About what everybody else is seeing and hearing about what we're saying.
Especially with, now with, you know, in adolescence, I'm sure with Bella, you know, hearing, seeing everything that you have to be so, I mean, I have to. What about you and Victoria?
Yeah, I've already seen like different points where I'm like, oh no, because Victoria's a girl who will absolutely jump in, be completely goofy if it's intentional. She has no problem getting a picture taken like that. I feel like she's starting to prefer to get her picture taken like that because then if it's regular, like
She
then
starts
it's
to
more
track
like
things
that are
that are
wrong.
wrong.
yeah, if she finds things that are wrong, it's not well I was trying because
Yeah.
usually she's trying. Now it's more like I've seen her start looking at pictures like nope, not that. And I'm like
When they're
oh.
more posed, like when she
Right.
needs to smile for
right
the
when
camera
they're
or
posed,
something.
it's like
yeah.
sit next to me and smile.
Yeah.
Like nope.
Well, and we had this conversation, what was it before? Was it before Easter? About like, or we talked about it. I mean, the camera angles and, you know, if you have like your chin sticking out. I mean, we've talked about it a little bit on this show too, but where like, you think about it so much. If they're not candid, maybe that's why we like those candid pictures so much, because it's just showing who we are and what we really look like.
For me, where I struggle in today's day and age is there's this flip going on right now, and there's a movement of love your body. It doesn't matter what size you are, and if somebody's just tuning in, they're going to take this the wrong way. But I think there's a fine line between teaching our kids it's okay to be unhealthy and loving your body.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know we went through points, now Bella was never overweight or obese, but where she would say, I just don't feel right, Mom, or I feel fluffy, or her face would break out. And it's a fine line conversation between you're beautiful, you're amazing, but I know you're dealing with some inflammation right now, your anxiety is up, your face is breaking out. So it's, how do you, this is something I've always struggled with, how do you get across this, yes, you need to love yourself in the way our body was created and meant to be, but there's so much, just talking food and products alone and chemicals in the air, there's so much junk out there that we can't just go and eat Taco Bell every day of the week and say, that's the way God made me.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
how I'm meant to be, because you're not meant to be sick. You're not meant to be. So for us with Bella, now it's easier as she's gotten a little bit older, now that she's just about 13, but 10, 11, I would say were probably our hardest. Constantly talking to her and saying, I'm not saying you're overweight, I'm not saying you're fat, I'm not, but I know you don't feel good. You know,
Yeah.
and we have to fix it, and right now this is a food thing. So
And now she's to the point where she knows,
Now
like,
she knows,
is it
she
worth
gets it.
doing this? Because then I get acne or, you know, whatever the case
whole
is.
acne
yeah,
Dude.
now for her
Faith
face
is-
breaks out, so it's easy for her to say, no, I'm gonna skip
Because
that
she
I
sees
have
that
to wear it on
outward,
my
yeah,
face."
that symptom of
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't want to look
If
like
they
that.
don't
but-
immediately feel those symptoms that are coming along with the inflammation,
Mhm.
you know, they don't really, they may not, like they feel, like you said, they feel uncomfortable. But until they get that, like, oh, this hurts,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
oh, I see it on my face, you know, where it's something they could tangibly hold on to, it's so much easier once they get to that point that you can say, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to figure out what's really going on in your body, and let's get you healthy. And when they see the results from that, they
I
can
was
put
gonna say,
two
but
and
the
two together.
paper
And make
was
those.
helpful for Bella too, to say, this says right here that wheat and eggs and tuna, which she doesn't eat often anyways, but, and pineapple, she had 6
Yeah.
things, are right here. This isn't just
Yeah.
Mom telling you, no, don't eat that.
Right?
So,
Isn't that true? Yeah.
And it
Well,
made a difference, and she felt better, right?
Oh, yeah.
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 When they make that connection, when they're old enough that they get it,
mhm.
I think it becomes a little bit easier to just stay on that path and
Yeah.
to be able to open the door to look at other things. Then, you know, you're looking at toxins and makeups and things like that. If you can give them those healthy alternatives, I haven't had any problems with Faith or anything questioning. She's just like, okay, let's go shop. Like she'll search, she searches it out now. She's like, hey Mom, so I was looking and I found this. They didn't talk about this one. The girls at the wellness, you know, like when you guys did
Different
the
Did all the
and like the
makeup?
mascaras
Oh, the
and makeup
makeup
and stuff.
makeup. Yeah,
She's
there
like,
are so
I
many.
found this one. Hey, can you look? You know, so it's
Yeah.
kind of cool. She's
There are so
actually
many.
seeking it out. She's trying to find the good stuff because she knows she can't. She can't do that herself.
Well, and it's important to feel good about yourself, and so I think that's one of the other things, like you were saying, if you know that you're going to feel crummy, I mean, in pictures or you have something coming up or whatever, and, you know, paying attention to what you're putting into your body so that you do feel better about, you know, who you are. I mean, that's what, one of the other things we were going to talk about is just your complexion. And some people might look at those photos and we're being so, I don't know if judgmental is the right word.
of ourselves.
Of
Everything,
ourselves,
yeah.
critical. We're
Critical.
just
Critical.
so
Yeah,
critical
critical
of ourselves.
of ourselves. I'm not talking about you or you know what I mean? I mean, I called you baggage, but it was just to make a joke. But to be critical of ourselves is one thing, but to really feel good about yourself and feel like you can be in pictures like that. I mean, that's something that's changed for me, obviously, with the Wellness Way, and something for you too, Christy, with.
Yeah, I actually
With
debated bringing pictures.
Yeah. I mean, and some people watching, and if you're watching, or comment, like, share,
Yeah, I want to
take
know if
take
you
a
guys
friend.
have girls. So if you're
Yeah,
watching,
if you have
or
young
boys,
girls.
Or
I
even
was-
boys. I've seen it both ways.
But
My
since we were
son,
just
too.
talking about girls right now, but
Mhm.
yeah, comment the age of your kids and what
Yeah.
you're dealing with. It's good for us to.
Yeah,
to
and
hear,
I was
too.
just gonna say too, like, some of you might be looking at those pictures and think, oh my gosh, they all look so amazing, and look at their skin, and oh, blah, 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 which we're not thinking of ourselves, but you might be thinking that, and thinking, I have this acne that won't go away, or bumps on my arms, or feeling, I mean, I don't know, just an idea. Yeah. Or, I mean, just feeling poofy or inflamed or overweight even, things like that, that it doesn't have to be that way. So, Christy, what's your story with your complexion and how much better it is now than
Oh my goodness.
it was?
In high school, well, so would have started junior high. I mean, typical. You think it's normal. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, this is totally normal. Everybody else is dealing with it. But when I saw everybody else was like going without makeup and they didn't look like I looked, I was like, this is not normal. But through college, especially. So high school was bad, but once I got into college, I got really good at covering it up. And I was very careful about, and by then, remember, I was sick. I had ulcerative colitis, endometriosis, like I had all these GI issues that were going on, and I had those random, like I felt like I was having a heart attack, which now I know is an anaphylactic food allergy. Didn't know it at the time. But all that, what did we see? Now, hindsight, I look back and I'm like, it's all connected. It's all your gut. It's a gut issue. It's a liver issue. It's like all of that stuff combined. And I had no idea. So then as I'm healing, I remember I got to a point where I'm like, that's it. I'm not putting makeup on anymore. And I stopped. And now when I have people say, oh, you have such beautiful skin, I'm like, sometimes I literally cry because I am like, really?
And we do have, and you may have seen, we do have a video out there of you talking about this too.
I did see that one. Yeah.
Because
that
you
was-
decided, I mean, you had to make a change. You decided to think differently about
Completely.
everything, and it ended up affecting so much more.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you get to that point where you start healing and you see the results, whether it's your body, your skin, your, whatever it is, not only is it motivating, but it's confirmation. You're moving in the right direction, and so, I mean, it goes right along with being critical of photos and what we look like and all that. If you don't like what you're looking at, maybe you need to make a change. Maybe you need to call a Wellness Way and make that, get tested. It's a GI issue. It is, definitely internal.
So much more. And it is all connected, and we've talked about this before, I think, with when you and I were doing the show, just
Yeah.
about stress and how much stress plays into it, which is where I go with the whole toxins, traumas, thoughts. And we sit here being critical of ourselves, which probably makes us that much more stressed out about, what we look like, or how, how pictures are turning out and things like that. But
It's funny because we've been in this realm since Bella was 3. Just thought of the story. She said a couple weeks ago she was very stressed out after school since at that age. I'm stressed out, Mom, and I'm like, well, I need help with the dishes. And there was some sort of argument, bantering back and forth, and her response was, I can't do that for you right now, Mom, because it's going to stress me out and that's going to cause me inflammation. And I just said, I love you, but did you just use that against the reason why you can't put the dishes away? This is not how this works.
oh, that is a smart kid.
I'll give her credit for that
Oh,
one.
she's a smart kid. She can pull them around, and then you just sit there and you're like, okay, don't put the dishes. I don't know what to tell you.
So don't do it then. I guess that's how it goes.
So
Yeah. So many good things to say about all of this. I don't really have a good segue into talking about the event. Anyone else have a good
Well, if
segue
we're
to
talking
going into
about
the event?
acne and skin
Looking
issues,
good? Yeah.
I hear people say all the time, I don't know what to do about this. I'm going to take my son to the dermatologist. or they want to put this
Yeah.
cream and it helps for a little bit. But
And
that's-
on all those.
yeah,
Internal,
it's,
Everything's gonna help
external.
for a little
sometimes they
bit.
work.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't work at all.
Mhm.
And there is just something about teenage boys and girls with the with acne. I mean, we've talked about this, and it is internal, but it's more than just acne. If your skin is showing signs of distress, there's also more going on. It's not just okay, I'm just going to live with acne. You're setting yourself up for future. That's that's your skin screaming at you.
Right.
Something's going on, and fix it now before you're
Mhm.
25 with colon cancer, 27 with diabetes, or 29 with
Or
you know
other
what I mean,
issues,
all the
yeah.
other
Because
issues.
your skin is your largest organ.
Mhm.
So if what's on the outside, we always say that your skin is a direct reflection of what's on the
Of your
inside.
gut.
So
Mhm.
if you've got different things, I mean, you name it, all the different kinds of rashes or different things that are going on. I mean, and it's not everybody, oh, it's just that you have this, so this is what you have. No, it's different. Every person, I mean, you hear about
Yeah,
all
there's
these
not a
different,
one size
one
fits
it's an
all
infection, one it's
approach.
a, you know,
And
you know
then
what I
you
mean?
hear,
Like,
what did you
there's-
do for yours here? What do you do for Bella? Sure, we
Yeah.
do these things, but it's different for everybody. It's not a one
Completely.
size fits all. But to segue into where I know that
Yeah.
you're going,
Yeah.
when I was pregnant with Bella, my arms broke out, and I was told,
Mhm.
"Oh, it's just because your immune system." This is my everything goes to the baby, so it's super common that you break out. No, once I healed, once I fixed my gut, I
Yeah.
never broke out with my boys. I mean,
Yeah.
a little bit of hormonal,
Just
zit
changes,
here or there,
yeah.
but not where full. I mean, I have scars now. We've all looked at them,
Yeah.
seen them, but I didn't know any better. Which I
Mhm.
would have known to say, I disagree.
I disagree.
I
Right.
disagree that just because it's
Exactly.
common when you get pregnant to not sleep or have leg pains or to blow up doesn't mean that it's okay. I disagreed. There's your
Right.
segue.
There you go. We have our big I Disagree event, our big book launch. Dr. Patrick just launched his book, and Renee, you've been working a ton on with the publisher, working on this book. So it is on Amazon,
It is.
but the official book launch is on Friday.
Right. The official book launch is Friday, at which point it'll be, well, it's already been a #1 bestseller, but we're cranking it up this week, and it'll blow up even bigger than it's been so far.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll be really great.
Can I just
Yeah.
say that not one of us has our dress yet for Friday?
We're going shopping.
But we have our tickets.
Yeah, we have our tickets.
Tickets.
And we are not just going to be watching it online like some people may be. You can, if you'd like, you can stay in your pajamas and sit on the couch and watch it if you want to purchase that link to watch it online. The pre-show is going to be live, and Bree and Ross are hosting the pre-show from 5:30 to 6:15 on the Dr. Patrick Flynn page.
Yep.
On Friday, and then the full event starts at 6:30. But you do need to purchase a link, purchase a ticket to get the link to watch that
If
part
you're out
of
of
it.
town. If you're in
If you're out of town, if you're
you gotta
in
get
town, you should be there. Come and take pictures with us, and we'll pretend to like it and pose.
there. We
And
have fun stuff going on. We're working
So
on
much
finishing up a newlywed game this afternoon
Yeah.
and some.
tons of games,
Highly
games, prizes.
entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing
It'll be
Ross and Bree interact because
We had a
Bree's-
meeting
Bree's
about
really
this last
excited
week.
about it, too.
Try to get
them
this.
interact.
She's sitting in the meeting saying, "I disagree that I would be a good MC. I disagree. You're gonna do great."
I requested to replace Ross with Nancy.
I have to do tech stuff, so I'll be locked in a room in the back.
Oh,
But we
the whole
are
time, right?
actually probably the whole time. But the
No,
five
you have
of
to
us.
come out because we're
Yeah,
doing
we are
a-
making an appearance.
We're doing-
That makes it sound like super.
We're doing a
official.
43-minute New Mom Monday panel because 45 minutes is.
45 minutes is
So
the
she can
is the
take up her
pre-show.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be on the pre-show at some point. We'll go out and talk to Ross. Dr. Patrick is going to be interviewed on that pre-show as well, so you can talk to him about the
Well,
book
we have
launch.
20 plus offices that are broadcasting
Yeah,
this to
that's
groups
exciting.
of people, so they'll be interacting, being able to win prizes, different things.
And
so.
some of those offices have like over 100 people coming.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
I saw
yeah.
that. That was
some-
exciting.
Last
yeah.
Thursdays, Dr. Stephanie was up to like 131.
Yeah.
So
Like
it'll be
that.
fun.
Hopefully the league
Very
works.
cool.
Yeah, that's exciting. Did you hear what I said?
Is it- what?
No,
I'm not gonna repeat it.
I'm still busy trying to figure out what Friday looks like.
And like what you're gonna wear. What dresses. I mean, we'll all show up and be in
If
dresses.
you wear your
and-
heels,
I'm like,
You're
just
going to be
cute shoes.
towering over
Yeah.
him.
Actually, that was
He
part
said
of
you
the
have to wear
conversation.
flats. And Nancy
was
goes,
part of
she
the-
is not wearing
She
flats.
cannot-
I
you
said,
cannot
I'm
wear
not
flats.
wearing flats. That's why I married a guy that's
No.
6'3", is so that I can wear heels.
Yeah, you've got your high heels on today.
I do.
I'm like, Ross might wear heels on the right day. Oh boy. We love you, Ross.
We love you, Ross. We really do.
Does Ross have his outfit picked out?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think
keeps
he might be
asking what
waiting for
color
what
I'm
you're wearing.
and then he's
That's
gonna
right.
pick his suit coat.
That's right. We have to
Is
figure
he
out what you're
joining
wearing
us? Did we
first.
figure
and
that
then-
out to go shopping?
Yeah, Christy requested
Yeah.
that he come shopping with us today.
Okay. Yeah, as long as he can pick out
Follow
some
our story on
dresses.
Instagram.
There you go. Follow the Wellness Way and see if they go shopping and pick out some dresses for the event. But really, I mean, hopefully, if you don't have to go out and buy a new dress.
No.
I mean, you can. It's a good excuse to if you want to.
Ross
but-
did.
a new dress. But you can go out and buy a new dress. But
roasted.
I mean,
Me too.
hopefully you have. Yeah. Did it get warm in here?
It is super.
Get a worm.
But hopefully you've purchased your tickets for the event. It's going to be a blast. You're going to be sad if you don't show up.
It'll be
And
really
if you
fun
see
date
all the
night.
pictures, it's a
always-
fun date night.
Yeah.
It's always fun and entertaining, and
And the information, and we've sat
It's-
through and talked with Doc a little bit. I know I and Mark have talked through what he's talking about in each half, and it's not the same as every other hormone connection. If you have seen any of the other hormone seminars, but you know he's going to give a lot of helpful tips with marriages and hormones and clinical stuff and just in general life thinking. I mean, how to change your thinking and your mindset and.
Well, we talk about how we all look at things differently when we
Mhm.
start, or once we're here. Everything from
Everything.
marital issues to teenage issues to all kinds of stuff. So it's part of our Think Different campaign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So make sure that you're there. I'm sure the link is in the comments. Does anybody else have anything to add about those lovely pictures that we posted? Do you want to make them into ads so that everybody can see them? Are y'all okay with that?
Am I
I
doing a
don't know.
maternity shoot or?
I
So
mean,
that's
we
a
could.
yes. Yes, we're
No,
okay.
yes. No, not that one. I do
I just
like
want
the
to
other
say, Jackson is teething right now, bad, and worse than Jace ever did. I've been asked already 6 times in the last 3 days if we give Tylenol, and almost, oh, you're not gonna give him Tylenol? He's in pain.
because he's miserable.
And I think to myself, but what other issues am I causing if I do that?
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted, that it just felt like I needed to say for the moms that are watching that there's
Mhm.
other options. I mean, I did give some CBD Saturday morning and he fell asleep for 3 hours and it was glorious,
Oh,
but
that's perfect.
no, it wasn't Tylenol. So
Yeah, I mean Tylenol causes bigger issues. Same with
Yeah.
doing antibiotics for ear infections or strep or
Absolutely.
things like that.
but
You're-
we're making it through and he's happy and he's smiling and it's good.
yeah.
It's the first time that I've dealt with full-on teething. Jace was just different, but full-on teething that I just had this confidence of I've got this. I've got this without
Mhm.
the Tylenol or the this or the that.
I think
But
that's a key
that's
part.
good.
You
Just
know,
the
you've
confidence.
grown, you've
Yeah.
grown
Confidence?
in your
Oh, yeah.
journey
Mhm.
and in your confidence, and having supportive mamas
Yep.
surrounding
Mhm.
that have all, you know, gone
Well,
through stuff to be able
But
to
it just
say
shows
to the point
just
where
the
you're
people,
like,
and I
I'm-
wasn't
can
mad
do
that anybody
this.
asked me about the Tylenol.
Right.
It was the first thing that just came to mind. It's
Just
too,
the
we've gotta
default
switch that thinking.
Mindset. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and having that confidence and having the people around you, we've talked about that a lot in the past too, with, you know, when Finn had a fever and things like that. But knowing that we all have that support system of like, you're doing things right, even if you feel like it's not right. And that's that whole movement of the whole I disagree movement is we're all in this together. And if we all start shifting our thinking, people are going to catch on and realize, you know, that there's more to it, that it's not just about wellness even. You know, it's not just about what you're eating or it's not just about health care. It's about so much more than that. And having all those people that are on the same page with you is important. So we're here for you. That's what we're here for. But that's all I got for today. So hopefully,
Awesome.
yeah, I mean, unless you have anything else to add. No?
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Well, if you guys have any suggestions, I don't know if our name is official yet. I don't know if it's officially the Good View. We had some recommendations last week, but we're
Maybe we
still
gotta
kind
look
of
at that.
yeah, we're still kind of toying around with some of the ideas of what the name should be. So, if you have ideas, put them in the comments, and we'd love to look through and entertain them. Maybe we just do a different name every week. It's like this
Yeah, we
week
pick
it's
it out.
New Mom Monday or a Monday Mom Panel. But
I don't
hopefully
think,
we'll come up with something.
Patrick likes that.
Mom,
name.
Mom Panel
Mom
Monday.
Panel? No,
Mom
he does not like
Panel.
that.
All right, then the name is Mom Panel Monday.
Perfect. You're a rebel. See how it is. All right, well, we will hopefully be seeing you on Friday night. Well, I'm sure we'll have a recap next Monday on how everything went and share some pictures and videos through the weekend. Watch our Instagram for all of our documenting of all the fun events going on Friday night. And if you guys go shopping, that would also
She
be
says
fun
you
to watch.
guys.
Wait, I have work to do.
No, if you're with us, what does Zach say? If you're with us, it's still work.
Yeah, okay. Who's going to do everything on my
Technically.
list? All the technical stuff. But be sure to like, comment, share, and
Fire her
follow
tomorrow
us.
morning.
You could fire me in the morning and hire
Take
me
you shopping
at the end
and
of
then
the
rehire
day.
you.
Yeah, you just have to keep me for the DPF show and all the meetings and everything. So, all right, so stay tuned, like, comment, share, watch for what our topic is going to be for next Monday, and we'll see you then.